Tonight we are taking a trip down to the zoo as we take a look at the classic children's show 64, Zoo Lane. The series was created by a Belgian-born English author and the show was co-produced by a French animation studio. The show follows a 7-year-old girl called Lucy who lives next door to a zoo. Each night she is told a story by her animal friends. The show ran for 104 episodes over 4 seasons and first aired in 1999. So now that we have the background, let's take a look at a couple of episodes. First up we have Nelson the elephant. So Lucy is in bed as the giraffe then knocks on the window. Lucy gets up and goes through the window and slides down the giraffe's neck as she lands. She then asks where is everyone as the animals are tricking her. They are all hiding as they then surprise her. The bear says they fooled her as the monkeys say she didn't know they were hiding. Lucy says she knew as the elephant then chimes in and tells everyone to be quiet otherwise they will wake the neighbors. Lucy says sorry as the elephant says they have to think about others sometimes as it is the middle of the night. The giraffe then joins in and says the elephant is calling the kettle black as she explains the elephant was once so loud, louder than everyone else combined. The elephant denies this as everyone else says he was. Lucy says she wants to listen to the story as the elephant puts her on his back. So the giraffe starts the story as she talks about a young elephant. She explains he was very sleepy and likes a good scratch. He then eats the leaves as the giraffe explains he needs a lot to fill his big tummy. So she explains that the elephant got bored because there is nothing to do in Africa. He then blows his trunk. He says he is bored as he rolls over. He moans a lot as he walks around. He then jumps off a cliff as he says he loves it. He then does it again as he says he could do it forever as the giraffe explains the other animals don't like it because they think it is an earthquake. We see the ostrich struggling to hold her egg as she nearly drops it. The giraffe explains no one likes the earthquakes as the lion tries to sleep. He gets very angry as everyone storms over to the elephant as they find out what he is doing. They can't believe it. The lion tells him to stop as the elephant wants to keep doing it. He says it is fun as they say it is annoying as they all shout at him. The elephant doesn't care as he says he isn't going to stop as the lion forces him to stop as the elephant says he is bigger than them as he boasts. He jumps again as he doesn't have a care in the world. The other animals say he is selfless as they say he needs to be taught a lesson as they come up with a plan. So at night time, they are picking up sticks for some reason. So at daytime the elephant wakes up once more and eats up the leaves. He then goes to his cliff as he jumps off, but then bounces up into the sky as the animals have built a trampoline. The elephant wants it to stop as the animals demand him to stop jumping completely. The elephant can't believe it as he says he will be bored if he doesn't jump. The ostrich then changes her mind as they change plans. They say if he stops jumping they will play a game with him. The elephant agrees on this plan as he promises to stop jumping. The animals get the trampoline away as the elephant lands. He asks what game they are going to play as the lion suggests snakes and ladders. So they go to build some ladders as the others catch some snakes as they then play snakes and ladders in the tree. The sun goes down as the giraffe concludes her story. The elephant says the story is false as Lucy says she doesn't care as she still loves him. The elephant says it is bedtime as Lucy heads back to bed. The episode concludes on that note. Next up we have Snowbird the polar bear. So Lucy is in bed as the giraffe then knocks on the window once more. Lucy jumps out and slides down her back once again. She greets all the animals as the hippo wants to tell a story, but the monkeys chime in and say they want to tell a story as the animals then get into an argument about who should tell a story tonight. Lucy tells them to stop as she then picks the bear to tell the story. The monkey says he is useless at telling stories as the bear then decides to tell the story of Snowbird. Lucy is confused as the bear explains Snowbird is a polar bear. He says he lives in the North Pole and lives in an igloo as he comes out and wonders what he should do today as he suggests playing dominoes. So he goes to play dominoes as he plays them by himself. He wins again as he then goes to build something out of the snow as the bear explains he wished he had a friend to show everything to. So one day the polar bear decides to go fishing. He heads to the hole as he picks up a fish and eats it. He eats more as he is very hungry. He talks to himself a lot as he then spots a seal. He wants to talk to him as the seal is scared. The polar bear explains he won't eat him as he says he only eats fish. The seal explains he is a seal as the polar bear asks if they can be friends. The seal asks if they can play a game as the polar bear pulls out some dominoes as the seal explains that's not how you play dominoes. The seal then goes to set them up as the polar bear is confused. He then knocks them down as the polar bear is shocked. he is very happy as he then wants to play his own way. So they play dominoes the other way as at the end of the day the seal has to leave. He promises to come back as the polar bear says goodbye. He says he is happy to have a friend as he says he won't need to talk to himself anymore as the next day the friends go off to see his snow sculptures as the seal is impressed. The polar bear says it is easy as the seal says he has an idea. So the seal makes a sculpture of the polar bear as he says it looks nothing like him. They then get into a snowball fight as they have a lot of fun. They balance the snow on their nose as the seal then juggles some fish. They have a great time as friends as they say they will be friends forever. The next day the polar bear comes out of his igloo as he goes to look for his friend, but can't find the hole. He goes around shouting for the seal as he can't find him. He gets upset as the seal can't find the hole either. The polar bear goes home upset as he gets depressed. It then starts to snow as he sleeps for a long time, so he wakes up on a spring morning as all the ice has melted. The polar bear can't believe it as the hole is huge. The seal returns as the friends are reunited. The seal says he always keeps his promises as they are happy to see each other. The seal has brought all his friends along as they play together once more. The bear concludes his story as Lucy loves the story. Lucy says she is cold as she wants to go back to bed. They send her away as they say goodnight to her as she gets tucked into bed. The episode then ends on that note. Finally we have Seamus the stork. So Lucy is in bed as the giraffe knocks on the window once more. Lucy jumps out and slides down her back once more as all the animals are having a chat. Lucy asks what is up as they say they are having a meeting as they say they have a complaint. They say they don't tell enough stories about birds as they promise to tell one. They ask around if anyone knows any as the hippo chimes in about Seamus. They all laugh about it as Lucy wants to know the story. She gets onto the hippo as she starts to tell the story about the stork. So everyone is flying around as the pelican causes some chaos with the flamingos as they fly off. More birds fly around as the stork then comes out and shows everyone how to fly. The ostrich can't believe it as the other birds admire him. One says they are showing off as the stork comes close to the ground. The stork then crashes into a tree as the ostrich tells him to keep flying. The stork crashes down on the ground as the ostrich asks how he is doing. The stork says they had to make an emergency landing as he tries to fly off once again. He can't do it as the other birds come over and watch. He says he can't fly anymore. The ostrich says he has lost his flying feathers as one of the birds laughs at the stork. The stork gets upset at losing his feathers as he tries to fly again. The birds say they have to help him as the duck has a suggestion. He says to give Seamus a feather each as the peacock says he isn't giving his feathers away. The rest of the birds force him as they all stick their feathers on the stork. He tries to fly again as it doesn't work. He crashes down as the birds can't believe it. One of the birds has a new plan as he suggests gathering twigs and leaves, so they go to get some. The birds creates a kite for Seamus as they all cheer his arrival. So the birds are holding the kite as Seamus is trying to fly. They need someone to hold the rope as the elephant comes over. They get him to hold the rope as Seamus flies again. He is happy as he enjoys himself. The other birds join in as everyone is happy, but then the elephant drops the rope as he itches himself. Seamus and his kite goes flying away as the birds chase after him. The elephant doesn't care as the stork crashes down to the ground as the birds gather around. They tell him he can't fly anymore until the feathers are grown back. He says that will take ages as they feel sorry for him. The ostrich says they should all stay on the ground until Seamus can fly once again. The peacock says that will be boring as the duck says they should play a game to pass the time. So no bird is flying as they are playing a game of pick up sticks. The duck takes his stick as the pelican then gives it a go. She nearly knocks the tower down as the game goes on for a long time. The stork has his go as he goes for the one at the top. The tower falls as the stork then flies again. They can't believe it as everyone is happy he can fly again. Everyone then joins in as they fly away. The ostrich grabs a ride on the elephant as the story concludes. Lucy says she loves bird stories as the elephant boasts about his cameo. The giraffe says it is bedtime as they say goodnight to Lucy as they put her to bed. The episode then ends. Overall, who didn't love 64, Zoo Lane? It was a British classic and the stories were very good. Each story told a little unique tale about different animals and that was very good and interesting, even if some stories were silly at times. Who didn't love Lucy? She was a lovable character and all the animals were great. The animation style was a great choice as well, so overall I would recommend the show for young children who want to hear some silly stories about animals. So thank you for watching. If you have any TV shows you like to see me do, put them in the comments.